Everybody, happy Wednesday. It is February 11th, 2026. Thanks God for another day of life. Thank you, God, for waking us up this morning, giving us breath in our lungs. To God be the glory. I'm here because of God. May He refresh and renew our souls today and all days. God bless all of y'all. Let's get into it, guys. Today I'm had a max loss day. Yeah, I mean, honestly, made some impulsive trades in the morning. But a lot of choppiness today. We didn't really see any breakouts. And there was just a lot of resistance in the market. I feel like there were multiple stocks that were moving, but just a lot of resistance. I feel like they would go up. A lot of manipulation in the market as well. So yeah, Sune took my money this morning. Um, I got in at a breakout. Didn't wait for the pullback. Um, yeah, this is a textbook. So it went up. I did wait for that pullback on the 1 minute. Um, Noticed that it had gone all the way down, and I noticed that it rejected off of the 21. So it's like, okay, I'll put my stop there. Got in here, but then didn't go up anymore. See how long these upper wicks are? It's a lot of manipulation. I could have prevented this by waiting for the 5 minute candle. Yeah. Could have prevented this by waiting for the 5 minute signal candle. We were right out the opening bell, a few minutes, what, 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes out the opening bell. Just very manipulative stock. And also, I'm gonna start paying more attention to level two. I noticed that I looked at the level two and it's moving so fast, but you can catch a glimpse of how thin and how thick it is being traded. And this one was very thickly traded on the on the ask size, like 15,000 orders, and that's telling me that there are a lot of sellers. So I'm doing good by paying attention to level two. Um, I'm gonna keep paying attention to level two and respect it for what it's showing me. I wouldn't consider this system. No, I didn't wait for the 5 minute candle. Why or why not? Um, Impulse, seeing a breakout. So this was obviously momentum. This was a breakout pullback. Didn't really get signal. Um, what I learned today. Um, So big thing I'm learning here is the level two is to be respected. It gives you another edge in the strategy. Look out for large sell orders because in this one there were very large sell orders compared to the buy orders, and that's a very big caution sign. Next, I literally got in like right after. So I see that it pulled back again, was looking for a breakout pop up. But I mean, this pullback is showing me everything I need to know. Like, look at this pullback. I didn't respect No, I didn't respect the pullback signals. The pullback on the 1 minute had a very high degree, pretty high volume, honestly, and it was a trend. It was a bear candle. Look how choppy this was. This is a tough trading. Like you just don't know when it's popping up, going down, yada yada. I just didn't respect the quality of the pullback. So I'm gonna pay more respect and attention to the nature of the pullback candles on the 1 minute. We need dojis, not trend candles. Here I had a trend candle. So this is a deep pullback. This is a breakout pullback, no signal. Right, breakout, no signal. Then lost again more money. This thing took my money 3 times in a row. Then got in again at a breakout with no signal, trying to get my money back. This was revenge trading. I went for a prediction of breakout, knowing that the level 2 was stacked. What I'm gonna change in the future, if something takes my money twice in a row like that, I know there's a clear signal. This was a breakout, no signal. Yeah, no signal. I got in at the top of a breakout, quickly went down and flushed. This was a very manipulative stock. Next, made 37 bucks. Bunch of stuff to the left. We're in a major downtrend. Got in, quickly got out because it flushed. I looked for a break. Yeah, this was impulse. This was revenge. I was just trying to make my money back. Made 27 bucks. Didn't wait for a Did I wait for a signal here? Got in at the top of a candle. No signal. No. This was just revenge trading. Next, lost 39 bucks. Same strategy here. Yeah, this one was breaking out. You see there's a lot of wicks to the left, so low risk reward. Got in, thing quickly just flushed after that. There's a lot to the left. And that's in my rules. When the best trades have nothing to the left, I'm revenge trading. And then made 94 bucks. This was a deep pullback. Saw a hammered doji at the bottom. Got in, got out. This thing actually like took off after. Let me see. Whoa. This thing's gonna get flushed. No way it breaks through. I'm seeing another stock right now. Sorry, I got distracted. What is that? Renex. So Renex. After this, what time was this? This was 10. Yeah, 10, 10. On 10, 11. This thing shot up like crazy after, actually. It made a move from 0.29 all the way to 0.33. 4 cents on a 30-cent stock. Few percentage points, but this was revenge trading. This was deep pullback, deep pullback with signal. This was a deep pullback with signal. I'll give it that. But the underlying intention was revenge. I was trying to make my money back. So overall, I noticed that because I had lost money in the beginning, I started revenge trading for the rest of the day, and this was one of those days where I should have had just been more patient in the open. So what was the rule set from yesterday? The rule was be patient for a true signal candle with no long wicks to the left. Be patient, trust the process. Consistency happens by waiting and doing less. That was the rule. Must wait for the 5-minute candle to close before getting in. Take less trades. Patience pays off. Seeing super low volume on the pullback. Did I follow that rule today? No, I didn't. If not, why? Impulse at the open caused me to take a series of three losing trades, thinking that something was gonna break out. Well, how did I feel before the trade? I felt really confident and calm, honestly. Maybe overconfident. I felt confident and calm. I feel like I slept good, but I do notice that when the bell strikes, I'm anxious to jump in on big moves. Um, so what was the result? All day revenge trading, pretty much. There was no strategy today, essentially. What did I learn today? Level two was big. Level two is big, and be more calm. Be more patient at the open. The open will probably wreck me in the future if I continue to act like this. So, um, the rule here today is be calm at market open. The volatility will the volatility is to be observed and avoided. The volatility is to be observed closely. Be calm at the open and pay attention to level two. It's another edge. Trust it when it shows big orders on the sell. And then again, here, big rule is trust the character of the pullback. The pullback is really like 80% of this. Like the pullback is what's giving me the green light. Because most of the time, if I'm getting in at the top of a green candle, I haven't waited for the pullback. That's how I get flushed. So the nature of the pullback is telling us how strong the sellers are. Like fundamentally, that's what's giving me the confirmation. Um, I'm gonna pause this and get right back. Hold up. So, guys, I noticed that I did some analysis. I noticed that I have a tendency to trade recklessly in the first 30 minutes. Like my first five trades tend to be losing trades. Um, Look, first three out of five, 1, 2, 3. So that's a 60%. No, 24. Yeah, 60%, 100%, 80%, 100%, 60%. My win rate is sub 50% in the first 30 minutes. So you need to come up with a plan to mitigate this. So I noticed I have a less than 50% win rate in my first five trades. And then I'm like working backwards and like trying to make my money back. And then like I have these days where like I get lucky and hit a big one. So how to mitigate losses in the first trades. Some ideas for this would probably be paper trade in the morning before starting. Um, being more calm and collected and observant. Maybe I need poor setups in the first 30 minutes. Maybe that's my rule. In the first 30 minutes, it must be a poor setup. I like that. So, well, yeah, I think I like that. I think moving forward in the first 30 minutes or my first trade, like my first trade's just got to be poor setups. It's got to be like that's how I have a successful day. Like I take one or two trades. Essentially avoiding the bad trades and allowing my mind and my emotional space to focus on the good trades. And I do that by only focusing on poor setups. I mean, ideally, I only focus on poor setups throughout the day, but I noticed that I'm able to get away with less of a poor setup later in the day. So let's do that. Moving forward, to mitigate losses in the first trades, just be more observant of the opening bell, and we need poor setups. All right, guys. So hope y'all have a good day. Love y'all. Hope you learned something from this. Hope I can be of help. Uh, if you're also momentum trading and you want to learn something today, just be calm at the market open. Really trust the character of the pullback. The pullback's gonna be the green light whether to get in or get out. Oh, I also started look at the flag of the company. Chinese companies tend to pump and dump, so stay away. Um, yeah. All right, guys. Yeah, if you're also momentum trading, trust that level two. If there's thick ask orders, be cautious. Don't go for the breakout. You will get faded, as in you'll get your stops hit and then flushed. Well, the nature of the pullback is really 80% of this because you're gonna get the breakout move up. That's gonna have your eyes on it. Then you just gotta wait for that pullback. Low volume, decreasing volume, and dojis. If you see trend candle, your caution. Long wicks, caution. Only trade poor setups in the first 30 minutes because volatility is huge. All right, guys. Take care.